It looks like it's gonna rain. It's not. I'm pretty mad about it. The sky looks like this, and I'm gonna go water strawberries because we're not getting rain tonight. Literally, our neighbors are getting rain right now. We can see it. We are the edge of the storm. We haven't had rain in over a month. At least nothing we're speaking about. I'm so frustrated. Like, mad at the world, frustrated. At least it is a cool day to water strawberries. And in our 10-day forecast, it is 90 and sunny. Like, not even mostly sunny. Sunny. Completely sunny. We supposedly got rain. Well, we were at my sister's baby dedication. That's empty. So it missed our house. Got people in town, but not us. Absolutely ridiculous. So here I go, watering by hand, because you do what you gotta do when you're farming, huh? Oh, there's another new daughter plant there. Gotta make sure you get all the daughter plants. Where that one's trying to go, there's a little bitty one there. And this is why we're watering, is because these daughter plants are trying to get established. It surely looks like rain, but it's all going that way. It all formed over us and is moving east. I don't know if you can hear it on my camera, but there's just thunder. It is so dry. I just checked on my pumpkins and they keep dropping them off, which is a super bummer. But Sky super loves these little sad pumpkins. You were just playing in the mud, huh, bud? At least someone is benefiting from the fact that my pumpkins don't stay on because it's so dry. I mean, I'll benefit eventually because we're gonna make him into bacon. But it's so frustrating. I just went out and checked tomatoes too to harvest some before going in. There was one. Now there are a lot of flowers again, thankfully, but we need rain. I spread ash and I had to water to get the ash into the roots for the potassium. So potash is potassium. Potash is made from sticks are better, but any tree burnt. And yeah, it's just frustrating. And it literally just keeps missing us. This has been the sky the whole time I've been watering this evening. It's actually getting lighter, even though the sun's going down. Well, we did end up getting some rain last night. So we're gonna go see how much that is. It is very, very frustrating to just be in this drought. Sorry, I'm trying to see what my dog has. I don't know. And not very much. So you can see, like, the grass is wet, the field is wet, and this is how much rain we got. Just enough See at the little bit of the bottom there wet. So it didn't really help. I mean, it does because it keeps the ground everywhere else wet. So we're less likely to have water resistant soil, but it's not good. It greened up the grass a little bit, but man, it's a struggle. We're struggling. Right. Trying something. It's getting a little difficult with the lack of rain, and it's so dry. There's not even dew out this morning again. It's so dry. So my sweet potatoes, not doing well. So I'm gonna try setting them in here. The week we got sick, of course, the soil got really dry, and we've been struggling with that and trying to keep it from being hydrophobic. So I'm gonna try that. This one's my best looking one, followed by that one. So I'll keep trying to find our little sleds, and they'll have a purpose in the winter for fun and a purpose in the garden for saving plants, hopefully. I haven't done my August homestead tour, and I really should turn this video into that. This has just been mostly me complaining about how hard the summer has been, but that's okay. It's got to be done, and sometimes you do just have to vent. Because I'm to the point where I'm just slightly overwhelmed with how dry it is, especially trying to get something established. It's not fun. I don't recommend. I do recommend gardening, just not starting in a drought year. I don't know where my watering can is, but this bucket's gonna do. The kids ran off with my watering can because they've been watering things, which of course they fill it up with like an inch of water and then go water something. But it works, right? It's getting water at least. Alright, here's our leaf mulch. I've honestly kind of abused it, so we're not quite gonna be to the leaf mold because I haven't watered it, but with it being so dry, and then I put it in an area that wasn't super wet, it's not going to be super great. But I am going to pull some of this out. Sorry, garden spider. Say hi to Jess from Roots and Refuge. I don't necessarily love spiders, but I do enjoy watching Jess's videos. And she does just have this love that I can highly appreciate for garden spiders. And now I'm like, how do I get this out? Because there's a couple webs in here. They're a little hard to see without disturbing the spider. Because really, you do want them hanging out. I had spiders living in my brassicas in the spring, and it was definitely helpful. I found way fewer worms and stuff, and I'm sure it's because of them. This smells like walking through the woods, pulling this up, and you can see like just how broke down, even though I've abused it. Just how beautiful breaking down it is here. I moved a bunch of stuff. I saw a bunch of bugs moving. That'll be really nice. I will definitely be scooping this and plopping it somewhere in the garden. Probably actually scooping this out and topping off my containers for lettuces this fall. I covered it back up, and I will be adding a little bit of water, and hopefully that'll stay nice and good for the fall. Whenever I see that helicopter, it's the life flight. I always say a little prayer. And it's something simple most of the time. Something like, dear God, be with the family, bring them peace. Hopefully there's healing if that is your will. Whoop, whoop. I have kids helping with gardening. All right, you can take the wheelbarrow, baby girl. And I encourage you guys to do that. If we see a fire truck, if we see an ambulance, I always try to do a quick prayer with my kids. 1 or 2 sentences. And I feel, you know, it's very important to pray for everyone. And even if they can't see you, can't hear you, don't know, prayer is powerful. So since I was going up while I was doing this video, I was like, oh, I should show that real quick. Because I think that's a message everyone can hear. Well, we're in the garden now. My beans aren't doing great. Lost my cucumbers. And granted, this is all full of grass, which doesn't help either because it sucks water away. But we've got some beans on there. I think I'm just going to save them to replant next year because it's just not where I want them to be. And we'll have a better setup next year. We're going to fertilize better next year. Our okra's doing okay for okra to carry instead of pulling off green tomatoes. You could see how the brandywines were kind of dark and brown, and these guys are nice. And they've got lots of blossoms, and they've got, you know, lots of little tomatoes, and we're gonna have another nice flush of these. We're gonna have some more Abe Lincolns, because they're not as quite as hardy as the Sheboygan paste tomato, but they've got quite a few blossoms. I've got this one segregated. Aspen, stop pulling off green tomatoes. This one's segregated, so hopefully it will. Aspen, Leanne, no. It will be my segregated one. But I don't know if this bag's big enough. I might have to go slightly bigger. Back over to the barn because we've sold some stuff and we started scraping at all of the dirt. It looks pretty good. Like, it doesn't break down in here the same, but I can't say like that's gonna be bad for the garden. It should also be nice to kind of help with this backfilling. I'm doing it for multiple different areas. We try to use on our farm as much as possible. Not necessarily recommended. You get more weeds that way. Let that be out there. That's what we do because we're poor. Poor farmers. Don't always make the best decisions. And so I'm pulling from multiple different parts of the property because then I get some biodiversity in the dirt and the compost. You know, now I know. You know, I'm not pulling straight out of the pig pen. Granted, we don't have had it long, so you can't pull straight out of the pig pen. This is all, right there's all hay. So there's almost definitely seeds in it because it's hay. Straw is usually fine because, or way better, because the wheat seed, the wheat berry goes into the combine and then you bale after that's all gone. Where hay, of course, you just cut it and bale it. And so the seeds are all in there, which granted, seeds are good for animals, like they eat it and there's more fiber and more nutrients in hay. There's a reason why we feed that to animals. And then straw is very hollow, but that hollowness for bedding is what creates insulation. So air is the best insulator, but you then have to trap the air so it doesn't cool down, if that makes any sense. That's also why snow's a good insulator, because it's mostly air. Hey Liz, what are you finding in there? I tell you that I am finding little sleds. I mean, quite literally finding. This is one that was kind of, I think, probably seen on a video. We just sort of ignored it. And now it's going to be in my garden. Hopefully saving my sweet potatoes. I had to go grab my shovel that I've been using to get dirt. So while I'm over here, I'll go ahead and show you what we did last night, even though this is kind of a tour/tours. And we got Bacon a little bit more space. So I think he's happy enjoying. He's like kind of hanging out in one corner, which I thought were like kind of the mid area. But Seems to be enjoying it. Hi, did the kids bring you some treats? Bacon? So we've expanded his area to behind his house, so you can see the taller post. So not a whole lot more area, but it doesn't, he's gonna graze over there. You can see I don't have treats for you. So we took down a shade cloth. He only used it to poop under, which was not worth it. He always lays in his house. So we might, there's one that the back is more damaged. We might just take the back off and pull that out for shade rather than dealing with the shade cloth. All right, movie star. What are you talking about? All right, I'll leave you alone. It's a couple days later. Shh, it's September, even though this isn't August. Like, do chores / homestead tour craziness. But, oh, there's an incident with the kids going inside without me. They're little. And then getting a whole bag of cheese out. And I just threw off that whole day. Like, getting them to clean it up, finding all the little pieces, moving the table to get it swept under, because it has like a fancy decorative bar in the middle. So you have to like actually move the table to get underneath the legs and that bar. Crazy. So now we're out to go water trees because it's hot and it still hasn't rained. Did you find something yummy to eat? You're like drooling on something from over there. He's really eating that down back there very quickly. Are we already gonna have to make some more space for you? Oh, I might find you a treat.
Hi. So bacon, a green, white, yellow, and black. And bacon. After.
It's dry can be out here. Like, there's still green grass because we're getting just enough of that like measly rains that we keep green grass out here, but it is really drying out. So the dam on the pond does need some work, so it's lower than normal because of that, but it's getting low. You can see we haven't mowed out there and it's starting to dry. The leaves are starting to change on the trees, and we originally thought like some of that's fall, and now we're starting to think that it's just that it's that dry. From our Toro, we've got our, it's way too long of a hose for this job, but it works. And we're just getting water down here. It should be lower than that, but it doesn't want to sit lower than that apparently. Oh, I had it caught. But it'll do about 10 gallons, I think, is what I've been putting out here. Being sick, we lost quite a few leaves on this one, but we do still, it's alive. Well, we probably have to do a lot of pruning, but we're trying to rescue it. Huh, Aspen? Rescue the tree?
Yeah.
Tree over here, oh, of course we're getting a southern wind, is better. And we really need to weed around them again. But still, like, you know, I think this branch is going to be dead. Or like this branch, look at its color difference. It's going to still be alive next year. We'll have to choose where to prune. We don't want a straight up tree anyway. So some of this is just going to force us to prune correctly. I have a tea out with me, and they keep fighting over it. Oh, it's like, go, like, you're in a field. Go play. Don't have to drink all my tea. Oh. Oh. Life. They're so sweet. I love this stage, but oh man. Can they just be stubborn at this age? I mean, they come by it slightly honestly, but whew. Oh, well, in the video here, I have to start watering everything again. Strawberries again tonight. I might try to get the small, medium spot of strawberries watered again this morning before it gets too hot, but honestly, we're already close. School started back up, and we haven't quite got that early morning schedule yet. So we hit midday really quickly, it feels like. I'm gonna have to get up earlier. I don't know if I want to get up earlier. Gonna have to get up earlier. Well, thanks for being with us. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to follow along with what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be completely restructuring, I think. We've gotten some really good ideas. We've gotten our first year under our belts, because it's been years since we've had gardens. We didn't have one when we first got married because we moved every 6 months, even though we both would have totally done it. And there's lots to do. Get asparagus in. We didn't get our asparagus in this year, so restructuring of next year. If you want to follow along for that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment down below. Like, what are the things you're struggling with? I know some places are getting way too much rain and it's flooding, or you're super dry like us, and then you're getting monsoon amounts of rain, so you're getting flash flooding, which sometimes is even more dangerous because you don't know where that flash flooding is going to end up. So leave a comment down below with what you're struggling with. It's good to vent sometimes. Thanks for being with us today. We'll be praying for you. God bless.